Hello students, I am Anup sir and today I am going to start with factorization of a trinomial in the form ax square plus bx plus c for class 9th. Okay, now let's see, there are certain rules that we will be following to factorize the given trinomial. Okay, now I will explain you these rules with the help of a question. Now see, this is the question which is given to us in the form ax square plus bx plus c. And now suppose we are asked to factorize this trinomial. Now the first step says that you have to find the product of a and c. So here in this question you can see this is your a, this is your c. So you will find product of these two numbers and we will write it like this. Product is equal to plus 30. So we have got the product. First step says find the product of A and C. So we have got product of A and C as plus 30. Now the second step says that if product is positive, so we have got the product positive, then you are going to get two numbers whose product will be AC, means whose product will be 30 and their sum will be equal to B. And now in this question, this is our B. See this rule, second one. If product is positive, so you can see our product is positive, then you will find the two numbers whose product will be AC, but their sum will be equal to B. And how much is B over here? B over here is 17. So that means you have to get the two numbers which on multiplication will give you 30, and if they are added they will give you 17. So the two numbers n1 and n2. So the two numbers whose sum as product is positive, so we will say that their sum should be 30. So which two numbers product is 30 and the sum is 17. So the two numbers will be 15 and 2. These two numbers when multiplied will give us 30. And these two numbers, as the product is positive, so we will say that the sum is required 30. So 17. So their sum will be 17. So we have got the two numbers. Now what the third step says, replace B with those two numbers with n1 plus n2. So here what we will do, 6x square plus, now the question says, according to the rule they say replace B. So B is 17. 17 will be replaced with the two numbers as n1 plus n2. Because here we need the sum. If difference was needed, so we would have replaced the two numbers with n1 minus n2. But sum is required here. So we will replace the middle number with these two. Rest will remain as it is. Okay, now do grouping and then factorize. Now we are going to do the grouping. So for grouping we will open this bracket. And now this group and this group. We have got the two groups. So in the first group, what is common? So you can say 3x is common. So you are left with 2x plus 5. In the second group, we can take one common. So 2x plus 5. And here we will get 2x plus 5 and 3x plus 1. So this is how we will be doing these questions. We will just simply follow the steps given to us. So what were the steps given to us? The first step says find the product A and C. So we have got these two numbers A and C. So their product will be plus 30. Second rule says if product is positive. If product is positive, so we have got positive product. Then you will get the two numbers whose product is, so we will get the two numbers whose product will be 30 and the sum is equal to B. and here b is 17. So these two numbers on multiplication will give 30 and these two numbers on addition will give us 17. Third step says replace b with these two numbers as n1 plus n2. So a b was 17, so 17 has been replaced with these two numbers n1 plus n2. Then open the bracket and do the grouping to factorize it. Hope this is clear to you. Let us take one more example. Now this was the example when we got the product positive. Now next example we will take when product is negative. Let us take one example when product will be negative. 6x square plus 13x minus 5. Okay, now let's take this question. It's similar to the previous one, just you can see here product will be negative. Now here what is A and what is C? This is your A, this is your C, and this is your B. Now what the step says, find the product of A and C. So we will find the product. This is plus 6 and C is minus 5. So what will be the product? Product will be minus 30. See, in the previous question we got the product plus 30. Here we are getting the product minus 30. Now what the second step says, if product is negative, so product is negative, then get two numbers whose product is AC but difference is equal to B. Now in this case we have to get the two numbers N1 and N2. According to the rule, if product is negative, then we have to get the two numbers whose difference is equal to B. Now how much is B over here? It is 13. So you have to get the two numbers whose difference will be 13, but their product should be 30. So the two numbers can be taken as 15 and 2. You can see these two numbers when multiplied will give us 30 and the difference of these two numbers will remain 13. Okay, the third step says now replace B with these two numbers as N1 minus N2. Product is negative, so we are going to replace B with N1 minus N2. So in this, now 13 to be replaced with N1 minus N2. So we have replaced B with N1 minus N2. And now you will open the bracket to do the grouping and then factorize. So open the bracket. 15x minus 2x minus 5. So here you can take 3x common. So 2x plus 5. And here you can take minus 1 common. So 2x plus 5. So finally you get 2x plus 5 into 3x minus 1. So this is how we have done this question. So I have explained you two types of questions. Find the product. Now I have explained you two types of question, when product will be positive or when product will be negative. So we have done two types of question. So based on these we will be doing the rest of the questions. Hope this point is clear to you. The one thing more that I want to tell you, now in some of the questions they may give you a trinomial, but it won't be possible to factorize the trinomial by this method. Factorization won't be possible. So how to come to know whether the trinomial can be factorized or not? For that there is a simple rule. You find b square minus 4ac, and this b square minus 4ac, if it comes out to be a perfect square, then we will be sure that the expression given to us can be factorized. Now for example, as the previous question we did, the question that we did was like this. Now suppose we want to confirm it before factorization, we want to confirm whether this expression can be factorized or not. Now see in this question, this is our A, this is your B, and this minus 5 is your C. We have A, B and C. So you find B square minus 4AC, and if this comes out to be a perfect square, just be sure that this expression can be factorized. So let's find B square minus 4AC. So it's 13 square into A is 6 and C is minus 5. So 169, this minus will give you plus. So this is 6, 4, 24, 24 into 5, 120. So that will give you 9. So 289. Now we know that 289 is a perfect square. It's a square of 17. It's a perfect square. So that means we are sure that factorization of this trinomial will be possible. So this is how we can find, without starting the question, whether the given trinomial can be factorized or not. So for that, what you have to do, you will find A, B and C from the given expression, and then you will find this value B square minus 4AC. And if this value comes out to be a perfect square. Now see this question. In the first question, it is in the form ax square plus bx plus c. So your first step is to find, now this is your A, this is your B, and this is your C minus 10. Now the first step says that you have to find the product AC. So we are going to find the product AC. So 6 into minus 10 will give us minus 60. So the product is negative. Now remember, if product is negative, so we need two numbers whose product will be 60, but the difference, because this is minus, so n1 minus n2, so difference of those two numbers should be equal to 11. So think of the two numbers n1 and n2 whose difference will be equal to 11. So what will be the two numbers whose product will remain 60, but n1 minus n2 should be equal to b? So which two numbers? And here b is 11. So which two numbers we have? Just think over it. That can give product 60, but their difference should be 11. Any two numbers? So we can have the two numbers 15 and 4. See, 15 and 4 when multiplied, so they will give you 60, and 15 and 4 when taken the difference, they will give you 11. Now what was the third step? In the third step they asked you to replace b with n1 minus n2. So our question will be like this: 6x square plus, now this b means 11. 11 will be replaced by 15 minus 4. The rest will remain as it is, like this. Now when you open the bracket for grouping, it will be like this. Now you take common from here, 3x. So you will be left with 2x plus 5, and here you can take minus 2 common. So whenever I told you, you take minus common, the sign within the bracket will change. So this will become plus 5. So your answer will be 2x plus 5 into 3x minus 2. This will be your answer. So we simply followed the rule. Rule says first find the product AC. Product AC is minus 60. Second rule says if product is negative, then you have to find n1 minus n2 that will be equal to b. So we have got two numbers n1, n2. If you multiply these two, you will get product 60, and if you take difference of these two, you will get 11. So third step says replace b, that 11 will be replaced by 15 minus 4, n1 minus n2, and then you can simplify. Now coming to the second question. Now let's see the second question. Second question, again we have a trinomial in the form ax square plus bx plus c. Okay. So here this is your a, this is your b, and this is your c. So according to the rule, first of all you have to find product of AC. So product of AC, 9 into 4 will give you plus 36. Now if product is positive, that means you have to get the two numbers n1 and n2. So their product will be equal to b. So that sum will be equal to b. In this one product was negative, so we got n1 minus n2. Here product is positive, so you will get n1 plus n2. So let's think of the two numbers, which gives product 36, but their sum should be 12. So the two numbers are 6 and 6. So third step says replace b. After getting the two numbers, this b will be replaced by n1 plus n2. So 9x square plus, now b will replace by 6 plus 6. The rest will remain as it is, no changes. Now for grouping, you will open this bracket. It will be like this. Now group of this. So first group, you can take 3x common. In the second group, you can take 2 common. So from here, you can take 3x plus 2 common. So you are left with 3x plus 2. Just see, hope these two are clear to you. We have done two types. One in which product we are getting positive, and the other one in which we are getting product negative. So these were the two cases that we were supposed to do. Now let us try a few more questions based on this. Now question number 3, as you can see, is not in the form ax square plus bx plus c. But if we open the bracket, let's see what will be the form. When you open the bracket, you are getting it in the form ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, your first step is to find the product. We get the product of A and C. So product of A and C, this 12 and minus 10 will give you minus 120. So as you can see, product is negative. Whenever we get negative product, we say we require difference of the two numbers. That will make it equal to B. And B over here is 7. So you need two numbers whose product will be 120, but the difference of those two numbers will be equal to b, that is equal to 7. So which two numbers can give us this condition? So we can say 15 and 8. These two numbers, 15 and 8, when multiplied will give us 120, and 15 and 8, their difference will give us b, that is equal to 7. So we have got the two numbers. Now the next step says that your b, this is your b, will be replaced by n1 minus n2. So let us replace b. Rest will remain as it is, plus Now this 7 to be replaced by n1 minus n2, 15 and 8. 15 minus 8. Then into x minus 10. See, x remains as it is, this plus remains as it is. Only 7 is to be replaced by 15 minus 8. And now for grouping, we will open the bracket. So let's open the bracket. So when we open the bracket, we are getting it as 15x minus 8x minus 10. Now from here, what can be taken common? Here you can see, you can take 3 common. So 3x. So you will be left with 4x plus 5. Now in this you can take 2 common. So take 2 common. So you will be left with 4x plus 5. Now from these two you can take 4x plus 5 common. So you will be left with 3x minus 2. So this will be the factorization. Hope this is clear to you. After opening the bracket, we got a trinomial. Before that, it was not a trinomial. Similarly, in question number 4 also. It's not a trinomial, but let us try to open the bracket and let's see what will be the result. Now here you have to open this bracket with a minus b whole square. So that will give you a square plus b square minus 2ab. That is 2 into 4 into x, and then minus 2x. We have opened the bracket. So we are getting 16 plus x square minus 8x minus 2x. So it's 16 plus x square minus 10x. Now it's a trinomial, but it is not arranged. Remember, the trinomial that we will get, it should be arranged either in the increasing order of power or decreasing order of power. So let's arrange it. So when we arrange it, first of all, x square, then minus 10x, and then plus 16. Remember, your arrangement should be such that either the power of x is in decreasing order or it may be in increasing order. There should be one order, whether increasing or decreasing. Okay, now after arranging it, we can say it is in the form ax square plus bx plus c. Now how much is a over here? A is 1. Coefficient of x square, that is a. So a is 1 and c is 16. So what will be the product here? So product here will be plus 16. Now remember, if product is positive, then we should get sum of two numbers equal to b. And how much is b over here? B is 10. So you have to get two numbers whose product will give you 16, but the sum of those two numbers should give you 10. And the two numbers will be 8 and 2. So 8 and 2 when multiplied give us 16, 8 and 2 when added will give us b, that is 10. So in the next step you are going to replace b by n1 plus n2, that is 8 plus 2. b will be replaced by 8 plus 2. Rest will remain as it is. This was minus sign, it will remain as it is, and then plus 16. Now when we open the bracket for grouping, we get it this way. Now here what will be common? X. Here minus 2 will be common. So x minus 8. So from here x minus 8 into x minus 2. So this will be your answer. Hope this is clear to you. So you can pause and copy it down. Now see, in question number 5, it's a trinomial in the form ax square plus bx plus c. But if the factorization basic step is taking common. If you can take out common any literal factor or the coefficient numeral factor, you take that common. So here you can see we can take 5 common first of all. So if you take 5 common from here, you will be left with 2x square plus 13xy minus 24y square. In the starting we did that the basic step of factorization is common. First of all we have to look for a number or a literal factor or a numeral factor that can be taken common. Okay, after taking common, now you can say it is again in the form ax square plus bx plus c. So your first step will be to find the product. Product of A and C. You can see A is positive, C is negative. So product of A and C will be negative 48. Now if product is negative, that means two numbers are required whose difference should be equal to numerical value of B, that is 13. It should be equal to B, and over here you can see B is 13. So which two numbers? So we can say the two numbers will be 16 and 3. 16 and 3 when multiplied will give us 48. 16 and 3 when taken the difference will give us 13. So in the next step, you will be replacing B with n1 minus n2. Rest will remain as it is. This will be result. Now further solving it, we will open the bracket for the grouping. Okay, now you will take the grouping. In the first group, you can say 2x is common. So you are left with x plus 8y. In the second group, you can say minus 3 and y is common. So you are left with x, and this sign will change, it will become plus 8y. So finally, from these two, x plus 8y will be common, and we will be left with 2x minus 3y. This will be the final factorization. Hope this is clear to you. Now in question number 6. Again you can see in question number 6 also we can take first of all 10 common. So let's take 10 common. If you take 10 common, you are left with 3 plus, we can take 10 and 30 common. So you are left with 1 here. Here you are left with 3x, and here you are left with 2x. So here you can see in question number 6, 30 can be taken common. So we have taken 30 common. So we are left with 1 plus 3x plus 2x square. Okay. Now remember, it is in that form. You can see ax square is at the last, then we have bx, and then we have c. See, either it can be arranged in this form or in the reverse order also. Both are in the correct form. Either you arrange in this or this, both will be accepted. So here This is your C, this is your B, and this is your A. It doesn't matter whether it is arranged this way or this way. Both will be acceptable in the question. Okay. So what will be the product over here? Product over here will be A and C, that is plus 2. If product is positive, then you require two numbers whose sum should be equal to B, and B is 3. So we can say the two numbers are 2 and 1. Their product will be 2 and their sum will be equal to 3. In the next step, you will replace B by n1 plus n2. So B will be replaced by n1 plus n2. Rest will remain as it is. Now you will open the bracket. Here in the first group, 1 is common. So 1 plus 2x. In the second group, x is common. 1 plus 2x. From these two, so this will be your final answer. So remember, in this question we came across a new thing that either expression is arranged in this way or this way. Both are acceptable. You can solve the same method, apply the same method. Hope this point is clear to you. So you can note it down, pause and note it down. Okay, now in this question, you can see this question can be converted into the form ax square plus bx plus c. Now here 2x minus y, as you can see, is being repeated. So let us do the substitution here. So let 2x minus y, let it be replaced by p. So if we replace it by p, so this becomes p square. And then this becomes 11p and plus 28. Now again you can see this question is in the trinomial form, where a will be the coefficient of p square. A will be the coefficient of p square. B will be 11, coefficient of p, and this c. Now here, instead of getting the expression in terms of x, we have got it in terms of p, but it is representing the same form. Here instead of x square, we are having p square. Instead of x, we are having p. So it's in the same form. So this coefficient over here, 1 is a, this is your b, and this is your c. So how to factorize a trinomial? First of all, you will get p, that is product. So if we see here, product is, this is 1, a is 1 and c is 28. So product is plus 28. Now if product is positive, we need two numbers, n1 and n2. Their sum should be equal to b, and over b over here is 11. So the two numbers whose sum will give you 11, but their product should remain 28. So we can say 7 and 4, their product will be 28 and their sum will be equal to b, that is 11. Now in the next step, this b will be replaced by n1 plus n2, that is 7 plus 4. So this b will be replaced by n1 plus n2. Rest will remain as it is. See. Hope this is clear to you. Now for grouping, you will open this bracket. this. Now the grouping of this and this. So from here you can take p common. So p minus 7. Here you can take minus 4 common. So p sign will change, minus 7. So finally our factorization is p minus 7 into p minus 4. So we converted it into the terms of p. Trinomial was converted in terms of p and we factorize it in terms of p. Now at the last you will do the resubstitution. P was 2x minus y. So here you will replace p. So p will be replaced by 2x minus y. So this will be our final answer. So here only one step was increased and that was substitution in the starting. We did the substitution to get a trinomial. Here we got the trinomial in terms of p. Earlier we were getting the trinomial in terms of x. We got it in terms of p. And then we solved it the same procedure. So you can pause and note it down. Number 8, how can we convert it into the trinomial form? Now first of all, you see from this group, if we take 5 common, then we are left with a plus b, which will be similar as this. So let's take 5 common. So you are left with a plus b. Remember, whenever in the grouping, if there is a minus sign in the starting, then the sign within the bracket will change on taking common. So we have got it in this form. Here again we are going to do the substitution. Now a plus b is coming here also in the square form and here also. So let a plus b be taken as x. So this will become 5x, this will become 12x square. So the question is like this: 5x minus 12x square. Now we have got the trinomial. And I told you earlier also, if trinomial is in this form or in the reverse order like this, both are acceptable and the method remains the same. So in this also, method will remain the same. This is your C, this is your B, and this is your A. Now first of all we need to find the product. Now here product of these two, plus 3 and minus 12 will give you minus 36. Now whenever the product is negative, you need the two numbers n1 minus n2 to be equal to b. So which two numbers can give us 36 on multiplication, but their difference should be equal to 5. So the two numbers whose difference can give us, so we can get the two numbers like this, 9 and 4. Their product will give us 36 and their difference will give us b, that is 5. So in the next step you are going to replace b. B will be replaced by 9 minus 4. It will be written like this. Now open the bracket for the grouping. So we have got two groups. From the first group you can take 3 common. From the second group you can take 4x common. Now here you can take up till here it's clear to you. Now question was in terms of a and b, we converted it into terms of x and factorized it and got the result in terms of x. Now here you have to resubstitute the values. Now x will be replaced by a plus b both. So see here, it's 1 minus 3 times within the bracket you are going to put x as a plus b. Hope this is clear to you. Then in the second bracket 3 plus 4 times in place of x a plus b. See here I have used the bar bracket because whenever substitution is to be done, you substitute within the bracket like this. Now you open the bracket. This will give you minus 3a minus 3b. Here when you open the bracket, 4a plus 4b. So this will be your final answer. Hope this is clear to you. Substitution, and then at the last we have again substituted value for x. So we can pause and note down this. Question number 9, if you see, then 2a minus 3 is in two places. So one substitution for this. And then we have a minus 1 in two places. Then second substitution for this. That means in this question we have to do two substitution. One for 2a minus 3 and the second one for a minus 1. So let 2a minus 3 be replaced with x and a minus 1 be replaced with y. Two substitutions. So now see, this becomes 4 and this becomes x square minus this becomes x into y and that becomes minus 7 y square. See, hope this is clear to you. Here we have done two substitution. So again we are getting an expression in the form ax square plus bx plus c. Again a trinomial which is arranged. I told you it should be arranged either in ascending order or the descending order of the power of the variable. Now if you consider the variable x, then it is in the descending order, x square x ki power 1 and then x raised to power of 0. Or if you consider the variable y, then also it is arranged, but this time we will say it is arranged in ascending order for y. Y raised to power of 0, y raised to power of 1, y raised to power of 2. Whether you consider for x or you consider for y, for both it has been arranged either in ascending or descending order, and we know that a trinomial is needed for one of the variable in ascending or descending order. Okay, now what was the rule? First of all, you will get the product. So let's see what will be the product here. Plus 4 and minus 7 will give you minus 28. So product is negative. So that means we need two numbers whose difference will be equal to b, that is equal to 3. So which two numbers? 7 and 4. Their product will be 28 and their difference will be equal to b, that is equal to 3. Now what will be our next step? This b will be replaced by n1 minus n2, 7 minus 4. B will be replaced by 7 minus 4. The rest will remain as it is. In this step, you only have to replace b with n1 minus n2. The rest of the terms will remain as it is. No change of sign. This minus remains minus, xy remains xy. No other change. Only b will be replaced. Now for grouping, you will open this bracket. You get it like this. So from the first group, x will be common, so 4x minus 7y. From the second group, y will be common, so 4x minus 7y. So here see here we have factorize it in terms of x and y, but the question was in terms of a. See, question was in terms of variable a, but we have got it in terms of x and y, so we have to resubstitute the values over here. So let us substitute 4 into bar bracket x is 2a minus 3, 7 into y, again a bar bracket, and y will be replaced by a minus 1. This is within the first bracket. See, it was 4x, x has been replaced, minus 7y, y has been replaced. Similarly in the second bracket, x 2a minus 3 plus y a minus 1. Now see, if you are replacing and there is a plus sign, so no need to put the bar bracket, because we know what will be the result, because multiplying with plus will give you the same result. Now here, when you open this bracket, you are getting 8a minus 12. Here you are opening the bracket with minus 7, so minus 7a, then minus minus plus 7. Now in this bracket, these two are the like terms, will give you 3a and minus 4. So finally here also 8a minus 7a will give you a, minus 12 plus 7 will give you. So this will be our final result. So at the last we have replaced x and y and we have got the result. So you can pause and note it down. In this question number 10, you can see 2x square plus 5x, it is repeated. So let it be substituted. Let it be substituted with y. So we can say this will become y into this will become y minus 19 plus 84. So finally expression will be like this. So we have got expression in the form ax square, ay square plus by plus c. So here, now let us try to factorize it. For that we need the product, and product will be a into c. A is 1, c is 84, so the product is plus 84. Now if product is plus, we need two numbers whose sum will be equal to b. So here two numbers whose product is 84, but their sum is b, that is 19. So we can say the two numbers are 12 and 7. See, if 12 and 7 are multiplied, you will get 84. 12 plus 7 will give you 19. So let us replace this b. So b will be replaced by 12 plus 7. Rest will remain as it is. So when we factorize it, we will open the bracket for grouping. So after substitution, we got the expression in terms of y, and this will be the factorization in terms of y. Now again we are going to substitute y with 2x square plus 5x. So let's substitute it. So the final result we get 2. So this is the result over here. Now in this result, what we have to do, now we have to check whether 2x square plus 5x minus 12 and the second one is 2x square plus 5x minus 7. Now can they be factorized further? Can these two be factorized further? Now for that I told you how to check whether a given trinomial can be factorized or not. Now what you will do, now to check whether this can be further factorized or not, this is its A, this is B and this is C. You will check for B square minus 4AC. If you get a result for this as a perfect square, that means this trinomial can be factorized further. So let's check it. B is 5. 4 into A into C eight so B square minus 4AC for this expression is 121, that is a perfect square. So that means this expression can be factorized again by the trinomial method. Now let us check for this. B square minus 4 into A into C. So it's 25 minus minus plus 56. So again we are getting a perfect square, so that means this expression can be factorized further. Now remember, whenever you get a trinomial in the form ax square plus bx plus c and you have to check whether it can be factorized or not, you are going to apply this method. You find b square minus 4ac and if the result is a perfect square, that means the expression can be factorized. Similarly, we did for the second one, we got a perfect square, means this expression can also be factorized further. So now we are going to factorize these two further, and the factorization method will be the same as we did over here. So let's see what will be the factorization of these two. So one by one we will be factorizing these two expressions. So let's start with the first one. The first one is 2x square plus 5x minus 12. Now here the product required is minus 24. So what will be the two numbers such their product is 24, as the product is negative, so their difference should be equal to 5. So which two numbers will be there to give 24 and 5? So we can take the two numbers 8 and 3. Product will be 24 and their difference will be 5. So this b will be replaced by a n1 minus n2. Rest remains as it is. So taking common from the group, so factorization for this part is x plus 4 into 2x minus 3. So this one can be replaced by x plus 4 and 2x minus 3. Hope this part is clear to you. Now we are left with the second expression, and that is 2x square plus 5x minus 7. So let us see how can it be factorized. Now in this one, product is minus 14. So the two numbers whose difference should be equal to b. So what will be those two numbers which product is 14 but difference is 5? So 7 and 2. So let's open the bracket to factorize it. This is the factorization for the second part. So you can write 2x plus 7 into x minus 1. So this will be the result. So see, from the starting what we did, first of all, the expression given to us was having 2x square plus 5x in two places here. So we replaced it by y. Then the expression is in this form, ax square plus bx plus c. So we are going to factorize it, and when we factorize it, we got these two results. Now these two are also the trinomials, so we have to check whether they can be factorized further or not. So for that we applied the property b square minus 4ac. And b square minus 4ac, if it gives a perfect square, then it means these two can be factorized further. For this we got b square minus 4ac 121, that was a perfect square. For this we got b square minus 4ac as 81, that was also a perfect square. So then we factorize these two, and finally this will be the result. So you can pause and note it down. Now these are the few questions which I am giving to you for your homework, and these questions are similar as we have done in the examples. So I would suggest you first you try to solve the examples that I have explained you on your own, and then you may try these questions. So keep yourself busy in your studies and be safe.